The Sunset Motel stood as a relic of another time, its neon sign casting a pale glow over the cracked asphalt. The last guest arrived as the sun dipped below the horizon, their headlights cutting through the gathering darkness. Inside the office, the air smelled of old wood and forgotten memories. A tarnished key rested on the counter, but beneath it, hidden away like a buried secret, lay a small leather-bound diary. The traveler signed the register with a tired hand, unaware they were about to step into a story that had been waiting decades to be told. The motel owner watched from the shadows, their face lined with years of unspoken regrets. Neither of them knew yet how deeply their lives were already intertwined. The diary, when discovered, would reveal a connection that time had nearly erased. Its pages held the fragile remains of a love that had been sacrificed, a child that had been lost, and a date that marked the moment everything shattered. As the night deepened, the two strangers would sit together in the quiet of the motel office, the past unfolding between them like a map to a place neither had expected to revisit. The rain began to fall, tapping against the window like fingers pleading to be let in. By morning, the highway would still stretch out empty in both directions, but the traveler would leave with more than they had arrived with: a name, a story, and the bittersweet weight of a second chance that had come too late for some, but just in time for others. The Sunset Motel would stand silent once more, its secrets finally laid to rest. The diary had done its work, bridging the gap between two lives that had been meant to cross paths long ago. The traveler drove away, the weight of the past settling into their bones, while the motel owner watched from the doorway, their eyes finally at peace. The neon sign flickered once more before going dark, as if signaling the end of an era. Some stories are never meant to be forgotten, and some connections are too strong to be broken by time. The Sunset Motel had held its secret for decades, waiting for the right person to uncover it. Now, with the truth revealed, it could finally let go. The highway stretched on, indifferent to the lives that had been changed within those walls. But for those who knew the story, the Sunset Motel would always be more than just a place to rest. It would be a monument to love, loss, and the enduring power of forgiveness. The traveler glanced in the rearview mirror one last time, the motel shrinking into the distance. They carried the diary with them, its pages a testament to the lives that had intersected there. Somewhere ahead, the road promised new beginnings, but behind them, the Sunset Motel stood as a reminder of the past that had shaped them both. The story was over, but its echoes would linger, a quiet hum beneath the surface of their lives. The motel owner turned away from the window, the weight of decades finally lifted. The last guest was gone, but the truth remained, a beacon in the darkness. The Sunset Motel had served its purpose, and now it could rest, its secrets no longer a burden. The highway stretched on, empty and endless, but for those who had been there that night, the world would never look quite the same again. The diary had closed, but its words would live on, a whisper in the wind, a reminder of what had been lost and what had been found. The traveler drove on, the sunrise painting the sky in hues of gold and pink, a new day dawning on a story that had finally come full circle. Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden in the forgotten corners of small-town America? The kind of stories that linger in the neon glow of a roadside motel, waiting for the right person to uncover them? Tonight, we dive into one such tale, The Last Guest at the Sunset Motel. This cinematic story weaves together mystery, regret, and redemption, revealing a connection that neither the traveler nor the motel owner could have anticipated. Our story begins on a desolate stretch of highway, where the Sunset Motel stands as a relic of a bygone era. Its neon sign flickers weakly, a beacon for the weary traveler. Enter our protagonist, a solitary figure named Alex, who pulls into the nearly abandoned parking lot, seeking refuge from the storm brewing on the horizon. The motel's owner, an elderly man named Henry, greets Alex with a quiet nod, his eyes carrying the weight of untold stories. Little do they know, their paths are about to